All right, after much fighting, the engine is in. The car is too low, so I had to put some bricks under it, or else the cherry picker was hitting the cross member of the car. Motor mounts are in. I just got to do the transmission mount. It's so close from the actual mount sliding into the bracket on the back of the transmission. I'm probably going to deal with that tomorrow. But so far, so good. Clearance is looking great on the turbo. I'm going to have to pull this out so I can mount the cold air intake here. Grab that. This beast of a concoction. It's going to sit something. Well, I might have to get a custom pipe. I don't know. Or take this off and, you know, we'll figure something out, but that's how it's going to sit, is over here in this corner. So I know for a fact I have to run the 740 overflow tank just because we'll have the coolant lines run from here off the turbo. And the 740 tank has the hose for it here. So we'll mount that over there and hopefully we'll have room for that intake. But other than that, the only thing I need to figure out is how we're going to make the 740 intercooler fit in here. And then maybe run an E-fan setup, because I might just have to run it without a shroud for now. You know, just watch the temps. Don't sit and idle for too long. Keep it going. Either order custom E-fan setup, which is probably the best option to do, just so I'll have more room to work on it. But I'm gonna get everything else plugged in tomorrow. I just kind of set it in there. I still got to run the whole harness through the car in the engine bay, through there, and then tie it into the fuse box, because this needs to get 12 volts power to run the EZK system. So that should be fun. You might as well hook up something. There we go. There's step one. Our coil is hooked up. For shits and giggles. Here's our kickdown kit. Just, you know, we'll put that there. Even though it goes on that one, whatever. Great progress. Engine looked great. Love it. Well, I've got a couple minor things to do, but I am done for the most part with the FT swap. Some idiot, I'm not going to name any names on who did this, but they tried to put the transcooler line onto the radiator, and since the radiator sits closer with the intercooler behind it, it was kind of bent, and so the unnamed individual stripped the threads on the radiator side. Oh, you can't even see right here. That individual is me. That's who I'm talking about. That guy. So I need to swap the radiator out, and thankfully the 740 radiator drops right in. So we'll run the 740 radiator and intercooler, and it already has those threads. Need to hook up the fan. Need to get the alternator belts. I'm about to go run and do that. Tomorrow we're gonna make a downpipe 3-inch from the downpipe all the way back out the ass end. No more side exit. 3-inch catless downpipe with a muffler or two. What else do I need to do? Fill it with trans fluid, hook up the drive shaft, hook up the shifter linkage, fill it with power steering fluid, and that's about it. Other than that, it runs. The 2.2 EZK swap went well. I had to run some wires over to the fuse box. No more crappy Chrysler ignition. I'll run it for a little bit. It ain't got nothing in it. Nor does it have an alternator connected. Gonna save on my battery, and plus the transmission has no fluid in it. So we'll not run it anymore until it has fluid in it. But other than the EZK swap stuff, I mounted the ignition module here. I just tapped 2 holes into the fender and mounted that there. The ballast resistor I mounted down here. So everything's in a somewhat factory location. It's in the location it was in the 740, just made it look factory for the 240. Added the 25 amp fuse here. What else? Everything else wiring wise was completely plug and play under the engine bay, except, like I said, the 3 wires I had to extend to the fuse box. It's great having a brand new engine harness. I love it. Ain't gotta worry about these wires for a while. So we'll push this video out now that everything's back together. Maybe our next video, we're gonna be doing a dyno day next Saturday. And we're gonna be bringing the Postal Jeep. So we're gonna see what this one makes and see what that one makes and compare and contrast. And once I have some baseline numbers on this car, I can then upgrade the intercooler, 15G or slightly bigger turbo, bigger injectors, maybe port the head one day, do some other shit. But for right now, that's all I got. Enjoy it.